What it is, Jacob Patterson one more again. So I'm gonna try and stay on topic because I've tried to record this video like 6 times now, and I keep getting off topic, and I'm trying to keep it really short. But it's also like a second channel video, so I'm not trying to edit at all. And there's a bunch of people staying with me, and they keep walking in because we have this giant New Year's Eve party, and it was really great. You're gonna see it on my, I guess, secret like third channel type thing, which isn't this channel, but we're going to be posting a lot of cool stuff. It's more like all of us together as a collective are posting this, but you can see some evidence of the party. There was a girl named Snooky here, or we dubbed her as Snooky, who had a lot of fun with one of the people staying here, and we've been mocking him the whole time for it. So, at any rate, okay, I need to talk about school, New Year's resolutions, and videos, I think. So tomorrow is Monday, I think January 3rd, and I have decided that I'm going to go back to school. I need to take an online class, and then I'm done, like an online language class, and I'm done with my degree, which I was just going to do. But then I found out that not only is George Baker teaching surrealism, which is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, something I definitely can't pass up while I still have the opportunity. While I'm technically still enrolled at UCLA, I can't pass that up, so I'm going to do that. And also Del Upton is teaching, I think, American architecture. Del Upton, actually, I took a class with him, which was just kind of like 15 people, art history majors, or just art enthusiasts sitting around a table arguing with each other. Not arguing, but like debating over certain topics. He would throw a topic out there, and then we'd sit there for 2 hours and debate about it. And it was the most influential experiences of my life. And he also said a quote there that changed my life. It was something along the lines of like, originality is an original idea, and creativity is the bridge between your audience and that original idea. And it was just really innovative to me. And you guys see a lot of my really just like straight to the point pop art commercial stuff, but I do have a lot of other like conceptual art and things like that, that if you're really interested, you can find it through places like my Tumblr and things like that. Also, if you're interested in finding extra creative outputs of mine, I have decided about 5 minutes ago that my New Year's resolution is to write more. I actually started doing this before the new year because I tend to just like set a goal and then decide that I'm going to accomplish it, or at least accomplish some aspect of it. So I start out somewhere down here, and then I just set a goal at somewhere up here, and I end somewhere around here. So even if I don't fully get to the goal, or I go off to the side or something like that, I always end up in a better place than I am. And writing is something that I've always been really good at. I've taken a bunch of creative writing classes and things like that, and my professors are always telling me, dude, you got to get something published. But I've never done it. I don't know. I really enjoy it. I'm good at it. It entertains people and it inspires people. And I don't know why, with all those things combined, with all our powers combined, we are Captain Planet. No, I don't know why, with all of that, I don't just write. So I guess a big thing about it is that I always wanted to write movies, and I didn't ever understand the format. But then after all of that, last year I took a screenwriting class from one of the best screenwriting professors in the world at UCLA, and learned how to format a screenplay. And so now I really have no excuses. So I have been, for the past week or so, writing for an hour, around an hour, more or less every day, just as long as I sit there to write every single day, posting it on my Tumblr most of the time. It's been a lot of like rebuttals on stupid shit I see on the internet, which I like to do. Most of the time I just tell my friends about it and stuff, but I'm a much better writer than I am a speaker. So I have just been doing that, but I've decided if I'm going to put an hour into my writing every day, why don't I put an hour into something that's also productive? Which is kind of against the point, because it was for my mental health to just write and get that stuff out. And this is just starting a new project, which I don't have time for. But at the same time, it's also really good for my time management to make sure the first thing I do every morning when I wake up is write. And so what I've decided to do is we have been thinking what is the best thing to do here at the think tank. What are the best things to do with the think tank? And one of the things, we're doing a lot of video production based, everyone who lives here pretty much has worked in the entertainment industry at one point or another. And so, actually probably every single person. And so we want to do a lot of video production here. but we also want to do a lot of our own video production here. So we decided that we're going to do a zombie movie because we were thinking about it, and we were like, if there was any place in LA we wanted to be if there was a zombie apocalypse, it would probably be right here because we could hole up pretty well. So I told him, like, yeah, I'm a good writer. I can write a zombie movie, and I think we're going to write like a 20-minute film or something. And I was actually talking to my friend Mike Diva, who I'm sure you guys know by now, and he said that he's really interested in helping, so I think that it's going to come out really well. I'm going to talk to another couple of my YouTube friends, and we'll see what happens. It's mainly going to be just like us doing this, but we're going to try to get other people involved as well. However, about a year ago, I was talking to my good friend Brandon Case, who's a novelist and an incredible intellectual, the smartest guy I know, and he's always been the inspiration for why I want to drive myself to be smarter and more inspired and all this, because he's just like this really freaking passionate guy. So him and I, whenever I have an idea and I need to round it out, and I just have like a really like cardboard idea that I need fleshed out into something major, I always call him. We have like a 2 or 3 hour conversation, and then I end up with this really awesome idea, and it's very often attributable to him. However, I've always been scared since we're both so, when we were younger, we've always been really opinionated, and we talk, and like, for example, I'm religious and he's not. And so when we talk about religion, which is very, very often, we always disagree, but we speak to each other in this manner that's really respectful, but incredibly opinionated at the same time. This happens with art as well. We'll talk about art, and art is the same abstract concept as God or as love or something like that. So we'll talk about love, we'll talk about God, we'll talk about art, and he's the only person I know that I can talk to about those things. So we've always had these incredible conversations, and very rarely do we actually agree on everything. However, I've never met someone who I can argue with and respect them that much at the same time. So, sorry, I'm rambling at this point, but about a year ago, I was waiting to pick up my girlfriend outside of her job, and I was talking to him about something random. We ended up talking about a zombie apocalypse and how it would actually play out if it should happen, and like depending on which type of zombies it is. And there's a plane going overhead, but I'm just going to keep talking. And so we came up with a really, really incredible idea for a zombie movie, and we never wrote it out. And so since I've started thinking about zombies again, I've decided that I should probably, like, I'm feeling very zombie inspired at the moment, and so I think I'm going to write the screenplay. I'm probably going to put a bunch of cool little things on my Tumblr, so you can follow me there if you want to see it. But yeah, I think it was necessary that I got to this point at which I wasn't scared. This is why I was rambling so much about Brandon earlier, that I'm not scared anymore to start a project with him, because I was worried, since we're both so opinionated and we're both going to be going in on something so serious that's like a project that is, cultivated by both of us, and we are both indebted to it. We wouldn't want to put our name on something we weren't proud of, and we're both really, really detail oriented in slightly different ways. But I think now we're old enough and understand each other well enough that we can start a project like this and actually be successful. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to be working on that for like an hour every day, and I'm also going to be going to school for like an hour every day, just those 2 classes, and then doing a lot of really, really cool stuff in January. I have things like locked in, lined up for January that are incredibly exciting. I can't wait for you guys to see them. Aside from that, I've gotten to 9 minutes at this point, and I should probably go. But that's my New Year's resolution, which I just made up after the New Year started. But I had an incredible New Year's Eve party, so I have an excuse as to why I wasn't thinking about it, because I had to set up this giant party, which you'll see on my other secret channel coming out soon that should be even more exciting than anything I've talked about yet. There's a secret annotation somewhere in this video. You should go back and find it if you're really, really interested, but it's probably not worth it because there's nothing really on that channel yet, and I'm going to announce it soon anyway. At any rate, comment and let me know what your New Year's resolution is, and if you got through this entire video. And the last thing I want to say before I reach 10 minutes is that I apologize for not posting videos for the last couple weeks.